Hello, everybody. PublicSlaveZero. So we're on Dantooine now. I'm not talking to very many people. I'd like to get the training and everything started, and sort of work my way through
Padawan, why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock
all
the
of that.
traditions of our order?
We are moving like a lot faster now that we're done with terrorists. And like I know I said that would happen, but I think I've put, since I got to Dantooine, probably maybe like an hour and a half, and that's including deaths, because I have died a few times. They've been fairly simple loads though, so you won't have to see those. That's the one benefit of doing the commentary, I guess, and that's why I'm sticking to the name of playthrough, and this isn't a let's play. My BioShock, Doctor Who, those are let's play because you're watching me actually play those. And this, I'm really just doing like a playthrough, if that makes sense. At least that's my thoughts on it.
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila.
Of course I'm the one. Nobody else was going to do it, were they?
Special case.
It is really early in the morning, so I'm going to take a quick drink. I got to take some medicine, some sleep aid. But
Padawan Bastila, I'm sure you are already familiar with.
Yes. Try to remember these conversations with the council too, because those
tells us you are strong in the Force.
they do play like a larger role later on in the future of the game.
Do not worry. I am confident in your ability to learn.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps.
He doesn't speak out of turn. He is correct. I'm a badass.
Surely the entire council can feel the
I'm presented with here
and I've already related to you the events that took place
my
on
decision on what type of Jedi I want to be. The Sentinel, the Guardian, and
though it is wild and untamed.
Holy crap, was it the Consular? And I really thought about going with the Consular because they're more fun. Play with a lot more force powers. Get way more force powers, and they're strong as hell. Like, if you do it right, I've only done it once, but I've only played a Consular once, and I feel like I did it right because, like, if you get into a fight with 2 or 3 Sith, you could, if you're strong enough, you could use your mind trick on them, and they will attack their own buddies, and so that's like one more Jedi, which I mostly roll around with Jedi. I like to bring Karth, I like to bring T3, but you have Bastila and then 2 other Jedis, and I really prefer the Jedis. They do way more damage. I'm hoping I don't do it this time. Because T3 is a valuable teammate, but you can't heal him because he's a droid. So that sucks. But there are others, and this will probably go black for a second. Yeah. This is actually, I'm gonna keep talking here. This is where Revan and Malik came across a map in a ruin. I should have cut out the black, but it's okay. And like you see Malik.
The dark side is strong.
Yeah, here you go.
Place. I can feel its power.
I'll shut up so you can hear Malik.
Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway.
See, that's
If we pass
Revan
beyond this door, we can
leading him
never
into the
go back.
ruins.
The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Starforge so valuable? Can its power
Starforge.
truly be worth the risk?
Yeah. Boy, I wish there was a way for you guys to see that, but that's all right. That's all right. Not, I mean, it's just a dream,
stranger by the minute.
right?
First Bastila comes looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
There we go.
No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall.
Um,
Neither do you. Are you all right?
yeah, I had some difficulty early on here with the Cath Hounds. I don't think that's for any particular reason, other than I just haven't been leveling up like I should be.
Yes. What's on your mind?
Here's where we
Thought I
finally
said I
get
don't wanna
the
talk about it anymore.
problem Karth has on the table. He finally
Not
spits his.
I guess it wouldn't
spills
hurt
his
exactly,
guts on it.
though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all
Why does
the
it matter why
things,
I'm
the one that
interested?
stands out above all of them is the one that I respect the most.
You know, like, if I had done everything in real life what I've done here, and somebody was like, I don't know why you're interested, I'd be like, does it fucking matter? Are you on Terrace? Did you get blown up on Terrace? Did you get blown up on the Interspire? You're welcome. You know, you pulled me from the wreckage of the not drop ship, but the escape pod. Thank you. You want to consider it even? I would if you'd fucking tell me your problem.
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians.
It's
Even
good
when things looked to be at their worst,
character
I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be
story,
serious.
like
I was wrong, of course. He not only left us,
like you're either
he
gonna
said
sympathize or
he
you're gonna be a
gave us the
dickhead.
codes to bypass our scanners. I
But if
remember
you're a
waking up with
dickhead,
the
like,
first of the
he's not gonna
signals
tell
that
you
snuck
hardly
past our defenses
anything.
and began to
And I
destroy
imagine if
half of our
he
dock ships.
did
I knew
tell you
right
shit
away.
about it, like,
I'm not gonna stop him.
he would, like, you'd be talking to him like a dickhead, and he'd just respond as a
I
dickhead.
blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid, and
I mean, he's
ignored
already,
danger.
like,
He
responding
really
as a
struck
dickhead,
Saul.
so I could only
I've
imagine.
fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done.
He will regret it. We're moving.
It's not, but I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Dantooine. There's basically, like, 5 things, I think, to do on Dantooine, and that's, the last thing I have to do to get through the training is clear the grove, and that's where you fight Juhani. She's this cat Jedi. Pretty cool. Like, she's useful because she's a guardian, so she's useful considering I went with Sentinel. Well, I go with Sentinel. You haven't seen that yet. And then somebody gets murdered. You have to solve that. Which is like this whole Law and Order evidence, interrogating the witness thing. It's kind of cool. I like Mass Effects better. When you and Thane is Mass Effect 2. You and Thane interrogate that guy, do good cop, bad cop. And then when you go to save Thane's son, that entire area, like, out of every mission on Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, that's the one I always remember. And it's not even like DLC or anything. I've done almost all the DLC. I didn't do Pinnacle Station on Mass Effect 1. I don't know if I'm going to. I'd like to. I don't know if I'm going to. Mass Effect 2, that is the best one, like the one I enjoy the most. And then in Mass Effect 3, I'd done all the DLC, I think, except for the last one they came out with, where you get the entire crew together. And as much as I want to buy that one, I said it before, Tally died. You can't have a big get-together without Tally, and plus, I just finished Mass Effect 3. Just finished it. Great ending. I don't care what anybody says. So what? Shepard dies. That wasn't even a spoiler to me. Like, people were like, Shepard dies, Shepard dies, Shepard dies. I was like, yeah, but why? How? But I didn't actually ask him that because I didn't want to know. I wanted to find out. And then when I actually got to it, I was like, this is it. This is the moment. And then, that little figure, the boy comes up and he tells you can do this, this, or this. And I was like, that's awesome. And of course I went with like the best one I could think of, I guess. What was it? Destroy all technology.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds.
What was the other one? There was destroy all technology. Then there was one, and then there was where technology and humans just joined together, and that's the one I went with. I was like, but you're dying anyway. So at this point, all you're trying to do is see the ending. And I went with the one where the DNA becomes one, and I didn't like people's faces glowing. Other than that, it was amazing. I thought it was incredible. But anyway, I done Leviathan and all those. I was at the end of Mass Effect 3, so even if I bought the DLC for that, like, Morden had already died. Not to mention some of the other people. Not to like I don't want to do too many spoilers. I guess I just did the big spoiler, the ending. But it's incredible to watch. Like, don't. My advice would be, don't be concerned about how he dies. The best part about it was the results of his death. I'm excited to play through it again because I would love to see the other two endings, because that one was awesome, and I can't wait to see what Mass Effect comes out with next. But back to this, actually, KOTOR 3. That's all I'm gonna say. KOTOR 3. BioWare. Quick thing of trivia, Master Vrook, right there, is voiced by Ed Asner, who's like an older actor. So like your parents would know who Ed Asner was. My generation might remember Ed Asner from cartoons, and I can only think of one right now, but I'm sure I could come up with more later. Ed Asner did the voice of Chief Cosgrove from Freakazoid. Yeah. I love Freakazoid. Freakazoid was spectacular. I always say, like, from right before the 2000s, in the 90s, like, the 90s was the death of good cartoons, but that's only because the 90s was really still playing the 80s cartoons, late 80s at least. And then we had Disney, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network all pushing them out, even Comedy Central a little bit. I won't leave South Park out. And it's like they just were in this cartoon competition, and it's sad who won, but I understand why my little brother, little sister, some of the younger generation I work with, why they're so retarded. If you are under the age of 20 or even 21 right now, you're probably a little retarded, and I blame cartoons for it. I don't like to blame TV movies, games, and music on people, but
The way of the
like
Jedi is difficult.
the
It requires
cartoons.
great discipline.
I'm rocking a Thundercats shirt.
Even though
Original
you are a
Thundercats.
mere
I'd like to
apprentice,
see
your
the new
potential
series,
is
but I don't even
unlimited.
think the new series is still on.
Progress,
So,
amazing.
what would it matter?
In all my years,
Um,
I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly.
Told you, that's a badass.
You've done in weeks what many
Um,
cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you.
On my Google Plus, I have 2 videos, and one of them's like
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan,
the 80s and 90s
the lowest
cartoon
rank of those
intros,
within the Jedi Order.
and then
Yet
like
you
I
must prove
posted
yourself
the
worthy.
2000s cartoon intros, and like there is such a huge difference. Like
In the
you go
traditions
from
and customs of our
warriors
handed
fighting
down from master to pupil for 1,000
and
generations.
just
You
random
must successfully
silliness
complete
to
3 tests before you earn your
like
place among the
SpongeBob,
Jedi.
which I can tolerate SpongeBob now.
These
But I mean,
tests
how many
will see if
years
you
have we
truly mastered the training
had
you have been given,
for
both mental
SpongeBob to
and
grow on
physical.
us?
Upon completing
But
these tests, you will
originally,
pass from
I hated
apprentice to
SpongeBob. I thought it was
Padawan
like
and join
the
in
new
ranks of the Jedi.
generation's
First,
cheap Ren
I will
and
test your
Stimpy.
knowledge of the Jedi code. These tenets must always
And Ren
guide
and
your
Stimpy,
actions. In everything you do,
that's my
you
shit.
must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you
I
have
do
a Jedi's
not
understanding
understand
of the
what I
code.
said just
Return
now
when
to
you
get
feel
the
you are
connect
ready for this
to
challenge.
go all the way to turn off. It's one to turn off my console. No. There we go. Bad connect. There we go. So Jedi, let's see, statistic. 10 vitality, 4 force points. 6 vitality, 8 force points. And 8 vitality, 6 force points. The Sentinel, it kind of is right in the middle all the way around. Jedi Guardians battle against the force of evil on the dark side. Mostly lightsaber. That's why they have 10 vitality. They're up close. They're hitting them with the lightsaber. Counselors seek to bring balance to the universe, focus less on physical and more on mental disciplines, augment their mastery of the force. That's like you're just going to focus on force powers, and Jedi Sentinel's basically the middle. I've never played a Sentinel, and it's mostly because of the yellow lightsaber. But I was like, you know what? I don't even keep a blue lightsaber. I switch it up every now and then and everything else.
So far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi? Soon your apprenticeship
So this
will end,
part
and
coming
you will be
up,
granted the title of Padawan,
yeah.
the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy. In the traditions,
Padawan is the lowest rank, and yet right now you're in an
1,000
apprenticeship.
generations.
So wouldn't that be
You
an
must
apprentice?
successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
I'm ready to
These
test,
tests
Master
will see if you
Zar.
have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will
Yeah, but
test
they
your
still like
knowledge of the
treat you
Jedi
like
code.
a little
These
kid.
you must
Like
now prove
you're
you
just
have
a
Jedi's
Padawan
understanding of
on
the
your
code
way,
by completing these
and yet he's
fundamental
talking to you
precepts
there
of our
like,
order. There is no
now's the
emotion.
moment. I get so close here. My first try. Watch this. Watch this. This is great.
There is no ignorance.
Peace. No ignorance. Takes me a minute, I know. But I had to think it through.
There is no
Knowledge.
passion.
No passion, come on. What is it?
There is no
Serenity. Alright, and chaos. There's no chaos, there is... Oh...
That is not
Nope.
correct, apprentice. There is no shame in admitting weakness.
Who's admitting
Feel free to
weakness?
speak to
You
the
know,
other
you got a
Jedi in
wrong.
the Academy if
You got a
require
multiple choice
assistance.
question wrong.
They will gladly share their knowledge with you. Return when you feel
It
you are ready
happens.
for this challenge.
You know, the answer's not always C. I know everybody says that. The answer's always C. If the answer was always C, there wouldn't be an A, B, or D. Probably wouldn't even be a test.
Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say.
That's what they say now.
Academy here on Dantooine, I feel
You know what I just found out? R2-D2 was in both new Star Trek movies. How weird is that? I don't know where at in the first one. I'm going to find that. But the second one, Star Trek Into Darkness, when the ship, the giant ship Vengeance, while in warp, shoots the Enterprise, and all those people get sucked out the side of the ship, like through the hull. R2-D2 has his, like, feet, I guess they're called feet, like, pointed backwards, like he's trying to push himself back into the ship, but he just goes flying out anyway. I just read about that. I've yet to look it up. I'm going to look it up. But I just read about it and I saw a picture. And so I'm gonna get on there, I'm gonna try to find it.
Though I think it is unwise to
I thought it was crazy. I mean, especially considering they were in the... they were like wrapping up when J.J. Abrams was confirmed to be doing the new episodes of Star Wars.
Progress has been most remarkable so far.
I was like, wow, that's kind of weird that it was even in the first one. I mean, why? First off, why? And who let you? Like, that's my, you know, like I was reading, Hugh Jackman would, I'm way off topic, but Hugh Jackman would like to see Wolverine in the Avengers, which is right.
It will not be long before
I mean,
you are a full member of our order.
Ultimate Alliance,
and learn about the most
they had Wolverine down as part of the Avengers.
The lightsaber is the traditional
And
weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi.
then they, what was it?
And authority. And each lightsaber
In the comics,
is individual
obviously the comics. But anyway, but I just found out that
as the second test, each Jedi
X-Men is Fox,
with his own hands. And now it is your time.
and Avengers is,
And he will guide you through the choosing of a
you know, whatever it is. I don't know, but whatever that is. And so I thought it was weird that, like, Fox is still making X-Men and Wolverine movies, and yet Disney owns the rights to those. To X-Men. I mean, by right?
The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also
I thought it was kind of unfair.
Blue is the color of the Jedi.
But to see the X-Men and the Avengers, that'd be fantastic. I know the Guardians of the Galaxy is building up to come out soon. Maybe not soon. Probably not that soon anyway. And then, of course, you got Avengers 2. And then they're talking about they're redoing. I'm not going to say reboot, remake, or anything like that. I'm just going to say they're redoing Fantastic Four. And I heard it was so that they could do a Guardians of the Galaxy Fantastic Four mashup movie. Which is starting to get a little crazy. You know what I mean?
Indeed. We shall see.
And so, like, yeah, I don't know. It makes me curious. And then, of course, you got Vin Diesel, who is talking about he was meeting with Marvel for a Phase 3 project. that was like a merging of brands. I'm using air quotes there
Indeed.
when they say brands because no one has a clue what he's
You are
talking
in
about.
combat with a dark Jedi allied
And,
with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do?
yeah, I really don't know what that means either.
Yes, I suspected as much.
I've yet to meet a person that agreed. Well, not agreed, but I've yet to meet a person that was happy about the news that Ben Affleck was Batman. I'm saying give him a shot. Nobody thought Clooney or Kilmer could do it, and like they're not horrible. Clooney's too happy,
The Dark Jedi have
way too
infiltrated,
happy,
causing unrest across
too
the
nice
What do you do?
to Chris O'Donnell, Dick Grayson, Robin. I guess would be easier.
Yes, I thought as much.
But
As I suspected, you would
Kilmer
be most
was like
certain
this
Jedi Sentinel. Which
cool
color
Bruce
outfit
Wayne, and then
is
went
so
to,
suited
you know, like Keaton's Batman, real quiet and everything. Keaton was
Here
sort
is a
of
yellow crystal for your
lone-ish
lightsaber.
on his
Go
own
speak to
as
Master
Bruce
Jar,
Wayne and
then he will
Batman.
instruct you in how to construct it.
Like I guess Keaton probably not as good a Batman as Kilmer, if you know, putting it like that, because that means Kilmer is splitting the roles perfectly. You know, you got Bruce Wayne and then Batman. Because Bruce Wayne is not Bruce Wayne when he is Batman. And the idea is that Batman isn't Bruce Wayne when he's Bruce Wayne. Or Batman. I don't know. Anyway, they're two completely different roles. And, of course, you know, as Bruce Wayne, the Batman will come out, the detective and everything. But that's normally like when he was like, you know, he's got to get the suit on real quick, so he puts the suit on and then he's Batman. But Michael Keaton, if you remember in the first movie, like, he was just walking around the party at his house. I just stuck my hands in my pockets like I was fucking Bruce Wayne. He's walking around the party, saying hi, hello, and then, like, he finds Vicky Vale and that other dude looking at that armor, and he's like, yeah, this is da-da-da-da-da, you know, this kind of armor. Whatever, and they go away, and that was sort of it. And it's like, you know, he's not really interesting as a $1 million playboy, and he's not interesting as Batman, but that's because Batman's not supposed to be interesting. He's supposed to be underground, covert, deadly. You know, Batman's not supposed to be a likable guy. In fact, the cartoon Justice League New Frontier, people thought it was weird. Well, Superman thought it was weird that Batman changed his costume, which, by the way, I barely noticed a difference in the costume, other than I think the ears were shorter in the cartoon. He's shocked to hear that Batman was scaring children, and that bothered him. And it bothered Batman. Like, that's who Batman is. You know, he terrifies people, even if he doesn't mean to. And
your crystal seems to have been set perfectly.
this has absolutely nothing to do with Star Wars. In fact, I've gone from Star Wars to Marvel to DC. It's pretty crazy. So I have my lightsaber.
Certain force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
I hope you enjoyed my conversation.
You can modify simple things such as the color of your blade, or complex ones.
So this is
reputedly increase the strength
not
but you must
the end of
learn
our
first
training.
to
We
use
still have
your lightsaber
one more.
and take
Yeah,
care
see.
when drawing it. Your
Take care when
lightsaber
drawing it.
identifies you as a
You
member
know,
of the
you want to make
Jedi
sure
Order.
it's all the way
Such
off of your
recognition
hip.
comes honor and respect.
Cut that leg right off. Maybe both legs, maybe all three legs.
And Dark Jedi
Be
will
careful
seek to
when you draw
destroy
your
you,
lightsaber.
Apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face
You know,
the final challenge, Apprentice?
Every time I get to this part,
Every Jedi
I start
threat of the
thinking to
dark side
myself,
is always present.
I could be bad.
You must
I could
truly
be
understand
really
this
bad right
before you
now.
are accepted into the order.
Maybe I should be bad. Maybe
You
I
must
shouldn't
see
be
the
a
corruption
good
of the dark side for
Jedi. Maybe I
yourself.
should go
Even
evil
here
and
on
just
Tatooine,
be
there
an
are places where the dark
asshole
side
murking
holds sway,
everybody.
twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove
This is
once used
kinda
for deep
cool. Like,
meditation by the Jedi is now
Mass
tainted.
Effect,
A wave of darkness
you know,
perverts the
you
region
can
around.
remain like a
The
neutral
cat hounds in the
character, but
area
it's a little
have
more
become
difficult,
savage and
because you gotta like
ruthless. They have become a threat to
count
settlers.
your Paragon and
Even
Renegade
Jedi
points
have
as you
promised
move
to stop.
throughout the game, and even for the second and kind of for the third one too, I think. My thought anyway, and so I mean that's kind of like an unfair thing, because if I'm staying good in Mass Effect, just if there's an option between a red or a blue, pick blue. If you're playing bad, pick red. I mean, they're not going to let you kill, you know, the girls dancing in the club or anything. They should. I mean, that's where your renegade points come from.
Not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient
So,
grove. Lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped.
This video turned out to be too long, so I cut it down
The
to
Force be with you.
a shorter one. I guess it's not very short, but it's shorter than what it was. So be sure to wait on the second episode, or the not second episode, the next episode. It's coming quick. It's ready to go. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Twitch. And I think I'm going to add Fraggers, 1000fraggers.com. Be sure to get on there. It's a great community. Everybody's really nice. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. This is Star Wars. If at any time you got confused about what I was talking about, this is Star Wars. It's not Disney, DC, has nothing to do with none of that.
Is most impressed with your progress.
Of course he is. Again, I'm PublicSlaveZero. I'm a badass, and I'll see y'all later.